In this video, I'm going to answer the question that I get asked the most often, which is, how do I get my family to help out? How do I get my spouse or my kids or even myself to be motivated to clean and declutter and organize the house? Hi, I'm Cass from Clutterbug, and in this video, I'm going to talk about the Four Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin. This is by far the best book I have ever read on motivating not only myself, but others as well. And it really comes down to knowing your natural motivating style, your four tendencies, which tendency you are. It's all about managing expectations. And so we're going to talk about inner expectations. Those are all the things that you feel pressure or you want to do, and outer expectations, the things other people want you to do, or the pressure that we feel from society that we should be doing. So that's what the Four Tendencies is all about, identifying how you manage inner and outer expectations in order to be the most productive person you can be. I love that in this book how Gretchen Rubin really identifies the suckage that is adulting, right? She talks about when we're kids, the expectations put on us are pretty low. It's like, did you eat your veggies? Yay! You get praised from your parents if you pick up your room, or when you're a toddler, you get praise if you take a poop. It's like, woohoo! And then fast forward a few short years, and suddenly we have so many expectations. We have to have a career and a family and a home, and we have to manage finances, and all of these little to-dos like dishes and cleaning and laundry are just like, so many expectations. So knowing how you naturally manage those expectations can help you manipulate yourself or others into actually getting all of the things that you want to get done. So I'm going to break them down first into the four tendencies, and we're going to start with Upholder. An upholder is someone who manages outer expectations, so things that other people want them to do or society, and inner expectations really well. So upholders can make themselves a to-do list and actually check everything off, like be motivated to do that. Or someone else can give them a to-do list or ask them to do something, and they're motivated to do it. Yes, upholders are magical unicorns. They're very rare. I wish I was one. I am not. But they can manage expectations really easily because they're just naturally great at being motivated. Next, we have questioners. So questioners are amazing at managing their own expectations on themselves. So if they want to do something like clean or organize, they're really good at just making themselves a to-do list and being motivated to check that off. A questioner, on the other hand, does not manage outer expectations well. They don't want anyone telling them what to do. So as soon as you say to a questioner, okay, I need you to clean out the garage or do your laundry or pick up the mess on the floor, their instant reaction is like, don't tell me what to do. I don't want to do that. And my daughter, Izzy, who is 14, is 100% a questioner. She's amazing at making her self list or doing the things that she wants to do. Not so great at tackling the things I ask her to do. So after I read Gretchen Rubin's book, I know now that I have to present all the evidence of why she should want to do something. I can't just go into her room and say, Izzy, I need you to clean your room, because she's instantly going to shut down and not want to do that. As a questioner, she needs me to go into her room and say, Izzy, your room's looking a little overwhelming. It's probably making doing schoolwork harder. It's probably making you stressed out. Maybe you don't even know it. Maybe if you took a few minutes to just get rid of the trash or organize a little bit in your closet, you'd feel a lot better, and I would totally not nag you. So it's a win-win for everyone. And you leave it at that. You can definitely offer to help a questioner get started, but presenting the evidence of why this will work. If you have a spouse and the garage is a disaster, you can say to them, couldn't we agree that it would be amazing if we could park cars in here? We would have more space. We wouldn't be looking for things all the time. And everyone in the house would probably feel a lot happier if the garage was clean. That works a lot better than, I need you to help me clean the garage right now. A questioner would be like, nope. But if you present the evidence, then they're gonna feel motivated to do it for themselves. And that's the trick for questioners. Next, we have obligers. Obligers are not so great at meeting inner expectations. So if they tell themselves they want to do something, they're really good at just letting themselves down. But they're amazing at meeting outer expectations. They're kind of people pleasers. And so I am 100% an obliger. And this helped me so much, not only in my business, but in my personal life, just identifying that that's my motivating style. So when I want to get something done, whether it's something big or something small, I can always tie it to somebody else. So here's an example. If I make myself a to-do list, I'll tell the kids, okay, if mom gets everything on the list checked off, we can go to Dairy Queen this weekend, right? So now it's them. They're putting the expectation on me. I'm gonna let them down if I don't do everything on the list. Or in my business, I will make a meeting with someone, like I'm gonna have this done by this day and email it to you by this time. Now it's not my own expectation to get it done, it's somebody else's. You guys, this YouTube channel has definitely helped for me. I'm doing it for you. I'm obligated to you. And so this has been so life-changing for me. An obligator is really great at managing outer expectations. And so just knowing that, especially if you want to motivate yourself, how can I tie it to another person? Do I make a date with someone and that's the day that we're going to declutter together on the phone with a friend? Or am I going to invite my mom over and then I'm obligated to her to have the house clean before she comes? Or am I going to tie my to-do list to something, to my spouse or children? Like if I get all of this done, then we'll go on a date night on Thursday, or we'll get takeout on Friday night, or we'll go for ice cream. Those are all ways that you as an obliger can help motivate yourself. The last style is a rebel. My husband Joe is 100% a rebel. A rebel means that he doesn't manage inner or outer expectations really well. He doesn't want anyone bossing him around, including himself, right? So if he makes himself a to-do list, he's instantly going to be like, feel rebellious about that. Or if somebody else like me is like, hey, can you do this? Even if I ask it as a question, like, can you help me with this? He instantly is going to shut down and feel like I'm trying to boss him around. This is a subconscious thing. Rebels don't realize that they're doing this on purpose. It just is the way that they are. They don't like to be told what to do. They don't like to have a lot of inner or outer expectations on themselves. They want to just do it when they feel like doing it. So how do you motivate a rebel? Well, first of all, you have to make them feel like it's their idea, and presenting things as a challenge is a way that really motivates rebels. Rebels like to solve problems. They like to be excited about things. They like to sort of look outside the box and tackle things in unique ways. And so when I want Joe to help me with a problem, I always ask him if he can help me solve the problem. So the garage is messy, or the kitchen's a mess, or I'm just feeling overwhelmed with the amount of cleaning that I'm doing and I don't feel like he's overly helping. If I just say to him, listen, I need you to help out more because I'm feeling overwhelming, the last thing he's going to want to do is help me clean. Even though logically he knows he should, he just isn't going to feel motivated to do that. But if I say to him, I need your help. I'm feeling like really overwhelmed and there's so much on my plate and I'm having a hard time deciding what's important or what isn't, and how to break up the housework so that everybody's helping more. Please help me come up with a plan. And then if he's feeling in the mood at that time to be the hero, which rebels love to do, will help come up with a plan to solve the problem. And on his own, he'll realize, okay, I need to do more, or let's break this down and let's delegate to other people. He'll be motivated, or she will be motivated. And so you motivate yourself in the same way. You look at the problem, maybe it's your house is a mess, the dishes need to be done, you're feeling overwhelmed, you have too much stuff, and you present it as a problem that needs to be solved. Instead of a checklist of to-dos, you get creative with, okay, what are some cool strategies that we can do? Maybe we'll do like a burst decluttering party in the morning. for 20 minutes, or maybe we'll do some garbage bag therapy or a 21 item toss to like just get things out of the way. And when you come up with a new idea to solve a problem, you're going to feel really motivated to actually do it. So checklists and things like that actually don't work very well for rebels. They definitely have to be more creative and think outside the box and think of everything as a problem that needs to be solved and get a creative answer in order to feel that motivation. I can tell you 100% that this book has changed my life. It's one of those tools in my toolbox, one of those things that I've learned that has stuck with me for years. And now I manage my own expectations better. I know little tricks to trick me into doing things by sort of making myself accountable to other people because I'm an obliger. I know how to manage Joe as a rebel, and if I need him to help out, that it has to be his idea and I have to present things as a problem that he can help me solve instead of nagging or begging or any of the other stuff I tried before. So hopefully you're feeling inspired to learn your tendency, or maybe you just kind of know by listening, but hopefully this helps you as much as it's helped me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. So thank you guys so much for those of you who have stayed to the end. So I love the Four Tendencies by Gretchen Rubin, and I do think it is incredible to motivate other people that way, but we got to talk about the cookie method for a second. The cookie method works too. I think it's great to like blend both of those together, because as people grow up, they get smarter and they fall for the cookie method less. Like Joe's pretty smart. So basically the cookie method is you just like fake praise on people when they do something that you want them to do. Like if Joe, in the beginning, he would like load the dishwasher, I'd be like, oh my gosh, you're amazing. Thank you so much. This makes me so happy. And I'd like kiss his neck. I'd be like, you're the best husband. Thank you for loading the dishwasher. It's like training a puppy, you know, good boy, pee on the grass. Good boy, pee on the grass. This works, you guys. It works for my kids. I'm pretty sure it works for myself too. This works, you guys. It works for my husband. It works for my kids. It works for my mother. It works for a lot of people. I think it's called something like where you ring the bell and then the dogs drool or something. It's kind of like that, only different. So it's like they start to associate the thing with positive praise. So then they forget that the reason they like it is because they get praise. They just are like, oh, I like making the bed. It feels good to make the bed, because every time my kids make the bed, I'm like, oh, your room looks so good. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Thank you for making your bed. It looks beautiful. And eventually you don't have to praise anymore. They're just making their bed out of A, habit, and B, associating it with good feelings. This is manipulation 101, my friends. So it starts small. It starts with like just piling fake praise on. If your spouse is like, why won't you just put your dishes in the dishwasher, but they at least bring them to the sink, be like, thank you so much for putting your dishes in the sink. That makes my life so much easier. I really appreciate it. Kiss on the cheek. You're so great. Squeeze of the butt. I don't know what you do. You do you to make them feel appreciated, to make them feel happy. And they're going to start associating like that good feeling of happy and being appreciated with doing those things. This is magical, my friends. I call it the cookie method because it's like, you know, you did a good job. Here's a cookie, but the cookie is praise. Try this. I know I say it all the time, so I didn't want to do a dedicated video about it, but I had to throw it into the end story because it is magical. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens. And plus, the more positive I am and the more I'm dishing out praise and looking for reasons to dish out praise to my loved ones and even myself, I totally cookie myself too, the more positive of a person that I am. Not all the time, but some of the time. Some of the times Joe catches me and he's like, I know you're trying to manipulate me, and then he totally shuts down. So don't lay it on too thick if they're bright. See you guys next time.